All right, everyone. It seems that we should be live now. I hope that we're running smooth. Yeah, I do apologize about the delay. It's just something took a bit longer than was anticipated, so we didn't have much chance or didn't have much choice about it. So with that said, welcome to the live stream. It's Rad for everyone who is new, and in the live stream, let me set my mic well here. All right. So and my chair like that. All right, so for anyone who is new, it's Rad, and in this old video, in this live stream, depending on how you catch me here, I'm gonna present you with the energies which are gonna surround the week 23rd to 29th of May 2022. And if you paid attention to the thumbnail, it seems that is going to be quite of a week, and that is to say the least. Yeah. So as far as the thumbnail goes, and I do have the cards here, and yeah, just to explain you, so I can make hello Liz and Mattia, Angela, Jessica, thank you so much for showing up right at the start of the stream. So what I do for the thumbnail, it is that I shuffle cards and I draw a general reading for collective for the week before I jump into the 12 star signs. And for this week, those were the general cards. Okay, so we have the first one of the Seven of Cups, followed by the second one of the Ten of Swords. The third one, that is going to be the Four of Pentacles. And the final one is going to be the Ace of Cups. Ooh. So immediately when Pisces Moonbeam saw the thumbnail, she texted me saying, oh my God, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told her. It's about to go down. The show is pretty much over. The charade, the circus, the game, it's going to be pretty much over into the upcoming week, and there on moving forward, it seems that is going to be decided. Can it work out or can it not work out? It's going to be decided. Is your, let's put it that way, wishes, or if you want to put it on, dreams. Okay, are those wishes or dreams fantasies for some of you, or for others a seed growing? So obviously by the end of the week, one way or another, we are either going to be at the top of feeling, at the top of the world, things are working out, and generally we are transcending into something way more beautiful than what we are experiencing right now with our current situation. Or in another hand, or from another hand, we are going to be set free, liberated, unshackled, to try our chances elsewhere, which again is going to transcend our reality into something better, looking forward to experience. Hello Ella, welcome welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? And yeah, that's basically the topic of the week. So some of us may chase love, some of us may chase a career, you know, manifestation and success and so on and so forth. Like I said, this week is going to be decided, is what we are chasing, the way we are chasing it, gonna work out or not? Hello Ginger, glad to have you around. So few things before I move to the 12 star signs. We have the Ten of Swords into the second position, and Ten of Swords, that is actually to our disadvantage, or that is a disadvantageous energy. And that is when we are adamant of our ways. In other words, in order to help it out to work out, we should be more adaptive and agile. And just because we stated something back in the days doesn't mean that the same thing is valid at this point. So in other words said, it's not too late, some of us, to change our minds. And that should be something pretty strong to be considered for our career and for our relationship as well. And what will help us push forward, or rather like what should be something we should aim for, that is described by the Four of Pentacles. Okay. And thank you, Ginger. Thank you. With the Four of Pentacles, that means that we should set our bet into places that can give us a consistent and steady future, if I may put it that way. Okay. And with the Four of Pentacles, at least for now, that doesn't have much to do with emotions. Actually, it's gonna be the base of emotion. So look at that way. Think of it that you may start classified by average job at that point. But if that job sustains you and makes your future reliable, are you not gonna learn loving the job? That is a question that you have to answer yourself. Okay, but that is literally how the cards are manifesting here. It is that yeah, it's that this week we are about to see, is it gonna work out or not, through a way that is going to be consistent, sustainable, and is going to allow us to look forward to certain and secured future as well. Now, if I have to speculate, it's more emotional than material, therefore probably relates to the love into our lives for those who have it. For those who doesn't, well, maybe that is what you lack. Maybe you are hoping to find it. It is there. I mean, only thing that it is left for you is to reach out and take it. And so that is the collective. Yeah, it's a huge one. At least I hope for me is a huge one. So with that said, guys, moving on to the 12 star signs. I'm going to start with Aries and I'm going to finish up with Pisces. And in between the star signs, more specifically after Cancer and after Scorpio, some of you is going to get a free reading from me. Okay, that is my way to appreciate that you are sticking around and that you watch me. So in order to get a free reading, all you got to do is just stick around up until these breaks, and when that break comes to manifestation and comes to pass, just ask a question into the comments down below. I'm going to announce it. I'm going to say that you have 5 minutes to do so, and when you put your question after about 5 minutes from the pool of questions, Pisces Moonbeam is going to choose one question, or is going to pick one question, and I'm going to perform a professional reading on that question. Anyone who supports the channel and the stream through super chat, just like Mattia did, thank you, Mattia, thank you so much for your $10 US. Thank you. You're gonna get your reading should there be no inquiry. The reading is going to be about your personal week, all right? About what the week is gonna be for you personally, the upcoming week, 23rd of May up until 29th of May. And one more thing about the super chat. Should there be no specific request, I will defaultly presume that you do want a tarot cards pool. But if you do want a Lenormand cards pool, you, with your super chat, just write Lenormand. But if you go for the Lenormand pool, you do not ask a question. You just go for the Lenormand pool, and whatever the card shows, they show. So just to explain you what the difference is, well, tarot gives you possibilities, while Lenormand gives you a set experiences. Therefore, it predicts events that no matter what, they are going to happen. Thing about it is that even you know the future, you do not get to understand it. So you don't know how they are going to happen, where, whom to, but you know what exactly. For example, if they show up that I don't know, a colleague of yours is going to be fired, you will not going to know who is that colleague of yours, when he's going to be fired, under what circumstances, and so on and so forth. You're welcome, Pisces Moonbeam. Oh, and one last thing before I go to the 12 star signs, guys. I have decided to start a new series here, which are going to be, I titled them A Daily Dose of Tarot. And so in those shorties, because they're going to be really short videos, about 4 to 5 minutes, sometimes six minutes, they are aimed to prepare you for the upcoming day, showing you the energies that you are going to face, and you know what's best you can use those energies for. And of course, should there be really stagnant energies, what kind of things you should better avoid. Yeah, be prepared for anything, basically. That's how the Lenormand cards are. Hey JT, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. I hope you do enjoy your time here. Right, so Aries, first card for you guys, that is going to be the Chariot. Followed by the second card of the Six of Wands. Moving on, next we do have the Hermit, the Hierophant. Okay, it's not the Hermit, it is the Hierophant. Hey Jackie, welcome to the stream. And the final one, that is going to be the Sun. So for Aries, the week will be a bit annoying. And how do you call it, Pisces Moonbeam? Aggravating week. That is because according to those cards, guys, primarily having the Six of Wands into the second position. Okay, Six of Wands there means bad things, or rather like unsatisfiable things in regards to the energy of the card. That is what holds us, or is gonna hold you back. Pisces Moonbeam, you are Aries rising, so listen carefully. This week isn't about a immediate results, isn't about a milestones to be accomplished. This week is about how much hard work you can invest for a long-term, let's say, success, okay? A long-term thing. So you should look further than the next couple of days whenever you decide to do something. That is because relying on and by the way, JT, thank you so much for your 20 US dollars. Thank you, JT. Make sure that you do stick around up until the end, where you're gonna get your reading for the week. How this week is gonna be for you. Right, so yeah, should you rely on recognition and immediate results? It doesn't look like that they are going to be able to establish a solid foundation for a future jump. Now instead, what those cards here truly speak of, it's and it's quite difficult to really describe it, guys, but to address your work with the word is not even conscientiousness, to address your work with okay, so with compassion. So you should do your job, or the type of your job, not because you are gonna get paid at the end of the day, okay, but because you like doing it. So that this is the aspect of your life which you should strive for. You shouldn't, you know, relate with people because you have to, you can gain something out of them, but you should relate with those people that you can trust, you find reliable, and you basically, you share common vision to a certain extent. And when that happens, it's basically things normalizes. Now what this leads to by the end of the week, Aries, it is that within these seemingly, like I said, a seemingly unprofitable, let's put it that way. So unprofitable situations, you are certainly going to start seeing a expanding energies for a growth. So what looked like, you know, it's not worth your time, actually turns out that it is, in fact, and it is worth a lot of your time for a very, very long run. So for you, the choice is simple. For example, are you gonna relate with the person, that is just for example, with the person that wants you for one night stands, or are you gonna go forward with the one who can offer you more in a long run? Okay, are you gonna go for the job that gives you project just now for, let's say, moderate amounts of money, or you are gonna try to develop a job or a business starting from scratch but having a long-term prospect? So here for you, Aries, into the upcoming week, that is going to be the choice and the dream that you will have to manifest through. Are you gonna get yourself being beguiled by the fast and overnight results, or are you gonna believe in your own personal strengths that you can keep up with the future, and you will bet in the future? Well, that depends entirely on you guys. If I were at your place, for me, that's not even a choice. Okay, that's not even a choice. But you know, everybody has their own personal preferences. Liz, thank you so much for your $5 for the Lenormand pool. Okay, so you have Lenormand pool. Make sure that you do stick around up until the end of the stream, where you're gonna get your Lenormand draw. Okay, guys, so that was Aries. Now moving next, we do have Taurus. So for Taurus, the first one, that is going to be the King of Cups, followed by the second card of the High Priestess. Moving on, next we do have Justice. And the final one for you guys, that will be Six of Swords. I don't know how big impact is gonna have, but definitely is gonna have an impact, people. So for Taurus, we do have a proposal coming in, okay, into the upcoming week. That proposal could be about job, or it could be about relationship, but definitely is gonna stir your things around. So the best way how can I put it into words, identify where that proposal comes in. Well, it comes in into the field where you are most afraid that something is gonna stir the situation forward. Say you do have a friend that you are afraid, you know their intentions, you know that they take you for more than friend, and you are afraid for them asking you out because you wouldn't be able to, how can I put it into words, resist it. Okay, well, there you go. I mean, you do have the offer, you do have the ask out, and according to these cards, you should definitely give it a go here. It's a week where you how can I put it into words, the idleness that you have in certain fields in your life, it's pretty much has to be set into being over. It has to end. It needs some kind of a push moving forward. And this proposal that is about to come your way, Taurus, it's totally, you should look at that way, guys. Totally, there is no need for you to reject it, deny it, ignore it even. And what truly is going to be of your help moving forward in this week is the understanding and accountability of thyself, of yourself, into the situation. So you're definitely going to be fully aware what is at stake, whether into your career, whether into your relationship as well, or into your love life as well. And ultimately at the end, it seems that with this Six of Swords, it does look like that you're going to make it quite of a leap, for the lack of a better word. And it is a leap, because with the Six of Swords, it is where at some point you do realize that that's it. Okay, that's it. Nothing can go any worse than that. From there on moving forward, things can only get better. And let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here. Now imagine you're a friend with somebody, okay, and you start feeling that you do want more. But you both still are playing this game of being friends and whatnot. The minute one of you shows the intentions toward the other, no matter what you try to convince yourself into, this friendship is gone. Okay, it's no longer there. And that is the point where a decision has to be made. Are we going to transform this friendship into something more, or we split, sever, kind of relinquish ourselves from our presence? And the choice, it seems, that is going to be yours. That involves into your career, that involves into your especially into your romantic life as well, because it seems that this offer that comes about isn't going to be just only emotionless offer. Even if it is about business, there is some kind of an emotional connection there with the person that is going to give you the offer, and you as well. And that emotional connection doesn't have to be love. It is just, it could be that they really, really likes you, but it can get there, and it can get there very, very quickly. But again, very important here is whenever you decide what to do, to can I put it into words, to be accountable for your actions. And if you do decide not to give it a go, then you better make sure you're not gonna regret it after. This is not the moment where you say no just so you are chased. You won't be chased. Okay, you say no, that's that. So that is for Taurus. And now moving next, we do have Gemini. So what do you think, Pisces Moonbeam, since Venus is moving into Taurus? For as far as I know, it could go either way, right? I mean, it could be in terms of relationship, but Venus also shows career and money, right? So it's, for what I know about Venus, it stands for your ideals. So Gemini, first one, that is going to be the Page of Pentacles. Followed by the second card for Gemini, which is the Ace of Swords. Moving on, next we do have the Knight of Cups, and the final card, that is going to be the Hermit. She does have terrible time. Well, if we have to relate your daughter to the reading here, if anyone of Gemini is to have a terrible time into the upcoming week, that is because you say too much, guys. I mean, way too much. And that comes from the Ace of Swords into the second position, okay? There are some things that it is better you shut up about, okay? You better keep for yourself. Oh, you do want Lenormand as well? All right. What's here? Let me set it. Okay. So yeah, for Gemini, the upcoming week is gonna be really rough for them if they start talking way too much. Like, saying what they're intending to do, like for example sharing any personal information and so on and so forth. Important thing to know for Gemini next week, it is to keep as much information, especially information that concerns them, as possible to themselves. Okay, you do not have to let the world know how you feel. You do not have to let the world know what you think of doing, especially if you do have enemies. Okay, your enemies doesn't need to know what you plan to do. So that's and why is that, guys? That is because the week itself here, as the Page of Pentacles, it is your environment. Okay, that is the theme and the topic of your week. The Page of Jackie, thank you so much for your $5. I'm sorry, Jackie, for your $5 support. You do want Lenormand as well, right? So Lenormand it is. Just to warn you guys, whatever these cards show, that's what I'm gonna say. So I do hope that you are ready to hear anything. Back to Gemini. So the Page of Pentacles as a environment, that is when you do start seeing a thing of worth. Okay, a thing of worth, it could relate to literally anything in your life. A thing of worth could be even a hobby. But the thing is that you are going to observe that there is that one aspect of your life starts to deserve more and more your attention. That could be a person, and I do believe that is going to be a person. That is because we do have the king of the Knight of Cups here, okay? And so as we have the Knight of Cups, let me draw one more. Okay, that's and this is something Pisces Moonbeam hates me doing. Okay, I'm starting with the reading and I draw a catalyst, and that completely changes something in the reading. It doesn't change anything here, okay? But like a development. The only thing that the Page of Cups here shows with the Knight of Cups, it is that somebody start falling in love with you. That these are what these two cards are speaking. And with the Page of Cups being there, that is even stronger than having the Ace of Cups or the Two of Cups. The Page of Cups, it is when, you know, somebody was kind of like ignorant and indifferent towards you, and they kind of like try to, you know, make it seems that, you know, they don't care about you, and they didn't. Okay, but now kind of like their sight is changing. They do realize that they can't get enough of you. Okay, they just can't get enough of you. And this person is gonna start changing behavior, because if up until this point they have been more stuck with the details, like for example, they were hating the way you talk, they were hating the way you acted, they were hating the way you dress, and so on and so forth. They're gonna start concerning themselves less and less with that. That is because their sight is gonna be more attentive to the overview rather than, you know, being stuck into the details. And moving on forward into the future for you, Gemini, this person is gonna try to change status with you, meaning that if right now you just, you know each other casually, they will try to get closer and closer to you, to a point where, you know, they make enough impact in your life, you realizing that, you know, that is somebody you want, because that is how these people work. And I don't know if you realize what kind of a treasure you do have beside you, because these people, they have some kind of a dream, and in this case that dream, it is you. They are also willing to make whatever they can to make that dream comes true. So make no mistake, you do have a genuine love here showing up into this week for you, or at least you're going to realize where that love is coming from. And I can say that is definitely a person you already know. In fact, you are friends with this person. You do have a lot to share with, and we can see that even with the Hermit at the end, because the more you think about it, the more you will realize that nothing else literally matter. And this what you have in between, it's the only thing that's right now is substantial and essential for you. And what you're going to do about it, it's my question. That is something you have to decide, okay? It's something you have to decide. What you are going to do about the, you mean you are significant to someone else, and you can feel significant to someone else. That is something that you should think of. Right, so that was for Gemini. Now moving next, we do have Cancer. We do have the Seven of Swords for you guys, followed by the second one of the Eight of Wands. Moving on next, that is gonna be the Lovers. And the final one, Seven of Cups. My favorite love sign? What do you mean, Anna? Who is my favorite? Oh, Cancer. Oh my god, don't even mention it. Don't even freaking mention it, okay? Oh boy, yeah, Ginger, oh boy, it seems that they are in front of a quite of a dilemma here. Quite of a dilemma. Oh no, don't call me baby, please. You are Cancer. Don't call me baby. I every time Cancer tells me that, it never ends well, okay? It just never ends well. That's of course a joke, thank you. So there are a few things about the Cancer reading. It's actually quite convoluted. It's a weave. If I can describe it that way, it's a weave. You know, there were so many things are woven together. And we can see that from these two cards, okay? The Eight of Wands with the Lovers at the third position. So, yeah. So Cancer, oh my god, it's so complex or complicated. So, okay, let's start from the environment, guys. With the Seven of Swords, the environment, it's where it is where at the end of the day, your agenda is going to be fulfilled, okay, at the end of the day. And that's as far as the environment goes about with the Seven of Swords. It's literally the card points that throughout the week, you know, you are gonna get the attention you deserve, the attitude you deserve, the money you deserve, and so on and so forth. Okay, and even so, that card relates more to these kind of like a generic situations where you have to show strong backbone and, you know, not allow anybody to screw around with you, and so on and so forth. But also the card speaks of I don't want to say escape. That's not an escape. That's not the word that I should use. The card is more about making, okay, think it that way. If by now you are carrying on doing someone else's bidding or will, but not because, you know, they have entrapped you in a certain way. And this is because it's not an escape. Not because they have entrapped you in a certain way, but because you genuinely believed in it. Okay, so you followed that person and you did their bidding, or this organization, or even it could be this agenda and this goal, because you believed in it. But suddenly in this week there is going to be a wake-up call. Okay, like it's gonna be like a wake-up call, and it manifests through the Lover's card. Okay, so and where you're gonna realize, it could be realizing few things, okay, or in a few layers. But general realization is that you want different, or something different. It could be because you know, you are realizing it because where this agenda is leading you to, it's not something you see as your own. It could be because you see that at the end of the day, you know, there will be nothing for you out there, and so on and so forth. And thus you will stand in front of a choice, and this is where the reading becomes very convoluted. Okay, because the choice, it is described by these two cards, and you get to choose. Okay, with the Lovers, you get to choose in between what you want to do and what you have to do, but in the same time you don't have much of a choice, and it's pretty obvious which one should be. So that this is why it's convoluted. So the way I see it here, Cancer, is that you can kind of go against, I don't know how to, it's not even against yourself. I don't know. I don't want to elaborate on this anymore, okay? Because I may kind of like split myself into these convoluted weaves that you have to pretty much untangle by yourself. But it seems that this week you have a lot to think about, because by the end it will be decided with the Seven of Cups how beautiful your future is going to be about. Okay, and with the Seven of Cups, basically at the end of the week it will be decided, are your fantasies, or rather like, are your hopes a fantasies or a seeds growing? Okay, it's that is going to be decided. When I say hopes, I don't mean specific dreams, I mean hopes, like hope to be rich, like hope to be successful, like hope to have family, like hope to whatever. Okay, daydreaming is one thing, hoping is completely different. And so based on your choice, it will be decided, at least for the near future, how accomplishable those hopes truly are. So yeah, it's and if you're asking about love, guys, I will not going to elaborate, because I have to make choice for you and I don't want to do so. Okay, just don't want to do so. But for you, Cancer, very carefully think what can give you what you deserve. Okay, and in 1 week, okay, that's great. But yeah, don't think about very carefully, Cancer, what you deserve and where you can get it from. That's my appeal to you. So with that said, moving to the break, and one of you guys is gonna get a free reading now. So anyone who wants one, just input your question into the comments below, and in about 5 minutes, Pisces Moonbeam is going to pick one of your questions, and I'm going to perform a professional reading on it. Breaky break, yeah. Wow, Robin, is it something bad? I mean, is it something serious that you're going in a hospital for? Jackie. Oh, your heart. Oh my God. Yeah, that's it's it's unpleasant, but you can look at it that way. Heart surgeries or heart manipulations are one of the most successful interventions you can have in hospitals. Okay, so I think that everything is gonna be fine. It is a slow process, isn't it, Angela? Hi, Joyce. Welcome to the stream. You're flattering me, Anna. Well, hopefully, at least for you, at the end of the day, kind of turns out to be something tangible. Okay, because I really hate when these things just, don't ever become any, don't ever have any tangible results. It sucks. It's a waste of time. It really is. Is it at least somebody that lives close to you? Shmadi, thank you so much for your 10 US dollars. Thank you. Make sure that you do stick around up until the end where you're gonna get your personalized reading for the week. As you don't have any other inquiry. Thank you, Shmadi. That is if you are to get $1 million, Ginger. That is if. That is a tipsy whipsy small little detail if. That is something that I am kind of like, I had a conversation with my computer a few days ago where it kind of like I was trying to do something and it says, oh, you don't have any permission to do that. And I was kind of like sitting in front of my screen and was saying to myself, well, this thing forgets a very small, little but yet substantial detail. I own you. What do you mean I don't have any, any permission to do anything? I can do what I want, whatever I want. All right, Pisces Moonbeam, pick a question. Yeah, Angela, I very well know what you mean. I very well know what you mean. You pick JT Miller. All right. So, long distance love interest, is it worth pursuing because of the distance? Yeah, Taco is not here. He kind of like left off last live stream unannounced, kind of like, and he never came about. So I hope he's fine. But yeah, he's not here, unfortunately. Yeah, just in time, eh? JT, do you plan seeing each other anytime soon? Like this summer, for example? Wow, Angela, I think that every single one of us walked down this road, and we all know, ugh, how it can really crush on your shoulders. Yeah, you are, aren't you? Well, you are gonna see each other. Well, listen, JT, I think it is that those are your cards, by the way. We have the Queen of Wands with the Three of Pentacles, with the Three of Wands, and then it is the Page of Pentacles. So, and that's why I asked, are you planning to see each other soon, like this summer? Is because you are going to see each other. I think it is that you don't have much common ground to tend to each other's material needs. What I mean by that, it is that it's highly unlikely that you can make a cooperation into anything. Okay, but the cooperation is different from relationship. So it's worth pursuing if you really can draw a certain line, okay, and you don't mix around business with that relationship with him. You don't mix around, I'm sorry, friendships and so on and so forth. Other than that, it seems that you both are having you can establish a kind of like solid patterns when it comes to relationships, and that thing you both have can go for a really, really long run. But you know, don't expect that this person will be able to support you in everything you do. That is because first, he won't have the option to do it, okay, or the necessary means to do it. And second, conversations in between each other, it will feel kind of inconsequential, like dull, right? It's not going to be something profound that you can philosophically discuss certain things. It's just, it's not how it works within this relationship. It's about it's more about kind of like a passion, having good time, sex, and so on and so forth, rather than really be, you know, something where every one of you is pushing the other one forward. It's like a relationship, but at the end of the day, every man for themselves, free for all out there. But it is it's a good bet, okay? That way, at least you can be free to do whatever you like. Jessica, thank you so much for your 7 Canadian dollars. Thank you, Jessica. Make sure you as well stick around up until the end, where you're gonna get your personalized reading for the week. Oops. There you go. Yeah, it's worth exploring, JT. More of a flinch, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so, JT. I mean, it could be a really good one. I mean, it could be a really good relationship. I just, you know, you tend to look at it that way, okay, JT. That's, it's not like you both are gonna live one life, okay? You will have your life, you will, he's gonna have his life, but in the same time, these lives kind of like touch in the middle, and they create one another life. But outside of this bubble of life, it's you have your independence, okay? I don't know how to put it into words. Just see each other and you will see what I'm talking about. No, Lenormand, you want to know. Thank you, Ginger, for your 11 US dollars. Thank you so much. You ask for it, you're gonna get it. Okay, you ask for it and you're gonna get it. All right. Whoa, you're a shorty. I am like 1'8", I believe. I don't know. I mean, I know in the metric system how tall I am. I am 175 centimeters, or meter 75 centimeters. But in the imperial system, I believe it's 5'8". 4'10". Oh my god, that's so petite. Hey, baby son. You were on a karaoke bar. Have you sung? I don't know, Mattia. That depends if it's gonna be only for this week or not. That depends how well, guys, you're gonna take the Lenormand one. So starting up Leo. First one for Leo, that is gonna be the 5 of Cups. Moving on forward, we do have the 10 of Wands. Afterwards, that is going to be the Strength card. And finally, for you guys, we do have the Ace of Pentacles. So I guess what ends well kind of can be classified well. Hello Stan, you can stick around for the free readings. One is going to be given after Scorpio, currently though on Leo. So it's all well when it ends well, isn't it? I'm gonna start with the end of the reading. What I mean is that this is what all boils down to for you guys. That by the end of this week, you will have your chance, and in fact, it's gonna be quite of a rare chance here to establish one of the two, or probably both of these things. Hopefully, both of these things. Either quite of a successful business maneuvers, things which brings you money, or harmonious relationships. And when I say harmonious relationships, I do mean it, okay, in the sense of emotionally harmonious relationships. Now, however, the environment is not gonna be, unfortunately, that great. I mean, we do have that thing here. It's the Five of Cups, and with the rest of the cards, it brings an incentive. So this is how it stands. Through the circumstances of the week, I think that you are gonna grow a bit fed up with the situation. Whether fed up with your love interest, whether fed up with the preparation for work, whether fed up by chasing the client, and so on and so forth, little bit, where you're gonna kind of like contemplate, is it really worth it? Well, that is going to be something which you are going to be helped with. I mean, contemplating into it. What I mean is that, you know, either a person or group of people are going to start asking you that question. Is it really worth chasing? That is not going to be something that is going to even cross your mind on your own accord. And the answer is yes, it's worth it. This answer comes here from the Strength card into the third position, and that card not just only shows that you have to exert a strength through patience and perseverance or perseverance. How do you pronounce it? Perseverance or perseverance? Perseverance should be. So yeah, strength through a perseverance, and not allow your opinion to be swayed. My favorite word, beguiled by the insinuations of people that are around you. In fact, people who do not understand how important whatever you are after for you is, and thus being showing that tenacity, this indomitable spirit, showing that perseverance, the latter, exactly, perseverance, not perseverance, perseverance, from your behalf. Yeah, it's gonna feel like you are climbing up a mountain here, okay? It's truly gonna feel like you're climbing up a mountain. Because with the Five of Cups, the environment is that, you know, whatever you try to manifest throughout this week, it's gonna work out to a certain extent, but, you know, there are gonna be quite a few aspects into it which are gonna be dissatisfiable. And so that way you may be disappointed slightly or severely. You may even kind of feel that you are losing something, and so on and so forth. It's like, you know, that sense of loss. But what you need to know, that whether you feel that you lost something or whether you feel disappointment, these feelings are temporary. The loss is partial. It's not something you know, irreversible. And therefore the appeal of these cards is that no matter how it looks like, no matter what anyone else around you tells you, do not deviate from the path you chose. previously chose before this week. Okay, that is, so this week it's like a test for you. It's like yeah, it's a test where you have to just show, or rather, like, yeah, you gotta show how much you want what you are after. Anna, thank you so much for your $20 US. Thank you, Anna. Make sure that you do stick around up until the end, as usual, where you're gonna get your personalized reading for the week. Thank you, Anna. Right, so that was Leo. Leo. It's Leo, isn't it? Not Leo, it's Leo. Heels for the win, yeah. Your grammar stinks. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know how funny it's gonna be, Ginger, or you guys, but my mom is teacher, and she's a Bulgarian language and literature teacher. And I believe that when she see me writing, she's kind of like gouging her eyes out. It's literally gouging her eyes out, because my grammar in Bulgarian, it's, oh my god. I think I'm getting better, but not that much. And you can't guess that I'm a descendant of a teacher, Bulgarian language and literature. And she's one of the better in our country. Lio? Oh my god, Lio. Is that even a thing? I never heard that. Oh yeah. She is literally gouging her eyes out. And in fact, I had some kind of interaction like you, Angela. I was texting with a girl for about a couple of months, and it turned out that she was also a teacher, Bulgarian language and literature. And I was wondering why she was correcting me so freaking much. In fact, I don't believe I had a message where I was not corrected. I say I don't want to do that to myself. I just don't want to go through it. Okay, it's enough that I have my mother like that. I don't want to have my girlfriend being the same thing. Okay. All right, so Virgo, Leo. For Virgo, we do have the Eight of Wands, followed by the Knight of Cups. Moving on next, that is going to be the Magician, and then it is the Two of Pentacles. Pisces Moonbeam, what is your slogan? What is our slogan? Say it. Say it. What is our slogan? Because it is a big thing about this reading. I don't want to say it instead of you because that's your thing. You came up with it. That would make you insane? Well, I'm used to put up with such a stuff. Remember, I am a child of such a person, so I'm kind of trained into it. Okay, I'm trained. I do have that mindset to go through it without paying. Exactly. Remember who you are. So Virgo, there is a person that is about to show up if they haven't show up already. Knights of Cups here, and it's with the World. That is the catalyst to it. Let me put these cards away for a second, okay? So those two. Well, that is somebody who. And I'm not saying that because we have the World here, but literally that is a trend of the King of the Knights of Cups when they come up into that position to promise you the world. In a way, they are very enthralling, okay, very trustworthy, so to speak, or they do seem trustworthy. Now the problem is with these people, it is that while they can be genuine with what they say, they have no clue how they are gonna make it happen. And Angela, I'm sorry that I'm giving your example here, but let's say that you are talking with somebody for about a couple of months, okay, and you really like the guy, or it is a woman, whatever it is, okay, whatever it is, whomever that could be. And you grow to really like them, and they start saying how, you know, you're gonna live together and they want to make you happy, you have a bunch of kids and so on and so forth. All things you want to hear, all things that you are gonna be even more and more invested. And even if that person really means those things, there is no way they can manifest them right now. In fact, they don't know how to do it, because their situation with the world, it's pretty much done. What I mean is that they are in an environment where they cannot maneuver even a freaking inch. Another example, this person is married, or yeah, it's married, whether a woman, whether a man, whatever, and they tell you how they're gonna leave their husband or wife and how they're gonna live with you and they're gonna make you happy. And while they want to do that, their wife or husband holds them with something. They can't just leave. And so, but this is a minor detail which either they're gonna save saying, or they are gonna say it but in a way that it's not gonna seem important, while it's going to be the only thing that makes it that matters out there. This, like I say, tipsy whipsy, small little but very substantial detail that is out there. So why I said remember who you are, because of the Magician of the third position, okay? Because this card here shows that you should settle for nothing less than who you are and what you really want as a manifestation of yourself. And I know that partnership, relationships, they do happen as through a compromise. And to me, this card tells me only one thing: you made quite enough of a compromise already, Virgo. Now it's time the other side to do it so. Okay? And one last thing here, guys. If this person here cannot accept you for who you really are, I don't know what you are expecting out of them. So what this boils down to, it is that by the end of the week, these concepts, expectations, and even plans that you and that individual have, whether business plans, whether romantic plans, whether friendship plans, whatever concepts, even the way you see things is going to start readapting. These fixed ideas, these fixed concepts, these fixed perspectives, not perception. Well, they are perceptions, but also perspectives. They are going to be let go of in favor of the changing and the dynamic situation that is going to start forming in between you two. But this dynamic is going to start forming because of you, because you are going to remember who you are and settle for nothing less than that. And that is your reading here for the upcoming week, Virgo. What do I got for you? Three of Wands. It's a great card having for you, Ginger, followed by Justice. Moving on next, we do have Judgment. And the final one is going to be the King of Pentacles. This will be your mantra. It should be your mantra, not only this week, Carmen. All the time. Justice and Judgment, yeah. Sinning opposite, in fact. And it's not that of a long reading for you guys here. It pretty much the reading states that you already did your part. Okay, you already did your part, and now you can only look forward to observe what is going to come out of it. But throughout the week, you can expect a serious developments. That is stated by the Judgment itself. Is because the Judgment there says that throughout the whole week, how do I put it into words? Throughout the whole week. Okay, I figured out how to put it into words. The week is starting, right? And now you are finding yourself with, let's say, a few options available to go about your concern. That's great, but how many of those options available really suit you? I mean, 100% suit you. I would reckon almost none of them does that. Well, as the week progresses forward, a completely different way, completely different option available is going to start showing up, which is going to be the one that suits you most, and I would say kind of suits you almost 100%. Now, bottom line here, and in the Ginger, that's like you said, that's also for you. Bottom line here, Libra, it is that within the upcoming week, you are gonna see your efforts up until this point kind of forming a pattern, kind of becoming a thing. Okay, and whatever expectations you had from these efforts of yours, those expectations are also going to start manifesting. So should you make approach into your career to improve your career, highly likely it's going to happen. Should you make approach to improve or a move to improve your love life as well, that is also highly likely that is going to happen. So what you can do to make it worse, or rather like to screw it around, will be yourself, unfortunately. Now we do have what What in the world? So we do have the Justice into the second position, and that is your card, Libra. This is the Libra card, and their Justice manifests by stifling in it, like trying to. No, it's not even trying. Like not allowing it, whether your business or whether your friendship or whether your romantic situation, not allowing it to have its own room to maneuver, to move around, to breathe. So it's what I'm trying to say here, Libra. It is that throughout the week, just let it go, guys, or let it move and roll with it, whatever it is. And so by the end, it's very possible that you are going, not very possible, it's almost possible that you are going to end up sitting on a very self-absorbed, comfortable situation where there are going to be investments, whether emotional investments, whether material investments, but you are going to be the beneficiary of these investments. And those investments, though, will require acquisition, so they will expect return. Hope you can give it to whomever is pouring investments into you. Let it flow, yeah. Like that, Jackie. And yeah, let it flow, because you already Libra, you already did what it was needed to set it in a course, to make it a pattern. There is no need for you to kind of like squeeze it even further. Okay, it cannot get out of the pattern, at least for throughout the upcoming week, so go with it. Hey, Star Lover. That's true, Anna. That's very, very true. We have the Sun for a change. For a change, we have the Sun with the Five of Pentacles. Ugh. Moving on, next is going to be the King of Cups. And finally, that is going to be the Ace of Cups. Ooh. To the King of Cups of all cards, that is going to be the World. I was expecting something like Two of Cups. I was expecting something like Nine of Pentacles. The World, it's kind of like it's not like it's unexpected in a sense of that, you know, it didn't cross my mind that it could show up, but I am writing your story. You don't want that. You are writing your own story. Hello, hello, Ivan. Ooh. All right, so I don't know how to even begin. Thank you, Janile. Thank you so much for your appraisal. I would never change, okay? I mean, I would never be someone or stand in front of you as someone who I am not. Thank you so much for your 10 US dollars, and make sure that you do stick around up until the end of the stream, where you're gonna get your personalized reading for the upcoming week. Thank you. So I don't know where even to begin from. Well, at the beginning, well, that's the thing, that there is no beginning, there is no end. But I guess this King of Pentacles here is a beginning. Well, that's the thing, guys. Scorpio, we have this person into our environment, whether a man, whether a woman, with a deep, it's an emotional attach. It's not even a connection, it's an attachment. We can't, by this point we cannot fathom how much we mean to them, and that's so difficult to describe it. So, okay, these people, they, when they develop that emotional attachment, it's very, I will, oh my god, how to describe it, man. If I had to do it superficially, I would have say this person here is going to grow to understand that they love you, and that's gonna seal it. But that's such a superficial way to describe it. That's not how it stands. Not exactly how it stands, because it may not be romantic love, all right? It could be just an undeniable part of thy life. So, King of Cups with the World, it is when someone is left with a mark within their soul, and this mark is gonna be there to stay. Whether that mark is through feeling of love, whether that mark is through some kind of another feeling. It could be also a feeling, for example, of hatred, but it's highly unlikely to be of a hatred because of the Sun card. And another thing is that we do have the Five of Pentacles into the second position of Scorpio. Now this card shows that there are problems in Scorpio's lifestyle to allow a full manifestation of the situation. So in other words, we do have the potential, but we are not growing into this potential, at least for now. Now, Five of Pentacles, it's a very finicky card to be overcome. Because someone may say, well, change your lifestyle. Well, yeah, it's very easy for you to say. We are Scorpio B. You don't do that just because, you know, someone tells you to do so. As you observe the card, okay, as you see the card, what do you see on it? You do see two people, okay, in it. So in order patterns to be changed of thy lifestyle, it needs to have another person involved into it. So fixed sign, yeah, well, you could say that, but it's not just only because of it. At least for throughout this reading, and this is the connection that we have here. Well, bottom line is that throughout this particular week, things in between us and that person are gonna warm up, and that is to kind of like say it generally, and we can see that through the environment of the sun. So with the sun card, it is just, you know, the whole situation in between us, and not just only that person, but in our entire life is going to start rolling forward completely naturally, to a point where we're going to end up happy for the most part in everywhere we are. But what is going to come out of it, it is that this individual here is a huge source of our happiness. And it goes both ways as well. That's why we do have the worlds. It is because not just only they are they have left a mark in us, because we left mark in them as well. So the sun always works both ways. You make me happy and you are happy through it, and in return I make you happy and I am happy through making you happy. So this is the how can I put it into words? This is the energy exchange that happens here, and if you observe, that's like a perpetuum mobile we have, because we exchange, but in the same time we gain just as much as we give, and we gain it from ourselves and give it from ourselves. It's kind of like, it's very weird and awkward, because, you know, I make you happy and that makes me happy, you make me happy, that makes you happy, so we have double the happiness out there. You give happiness and you gain happiness, and you take happiness and you gain, so we have the four times of it. And yeah, it all comes to that, how we are gonna play our cards. Because what boils down to at the end, Scorpio, that Ace of Cups here that stands at the end of our reading. So by the end of the week, there is going to be this impending, these circumstances which are going to allow us to move into an impending change into our environment that is going to transcend the routine with this individual here. And we should take it. That is our guidance. So let me put it that way. That's real love when it makes you happy to make someone else happy. It's real happiness, okay? You may make someone happy to make yourself happy, but you may not love that person. It's just, you know, it doesn't require love, but yeah, it's the true love, or the real love could be born from it. Not the real, the true love could be born through it, okay? Not the real one. These are two different loves. I may kind of like explain it when I'm done with the reading, but yeah, well, the way that things are gonna develop in between us, Scorpio, and this person, which we should, by the way, already know, we're gonna freaking grow to love it. So this is going to conclude the Scorpio reading. Very difficult read, by the way. I don't agree with that, Jackie. But that's not romantic love. That's parental one. This is different. Well, that is gonna make you happy, Mattia. So it's being happy through someone else. Yeah, you can now type a question, guys, if you do want a free reading on it. I'm gonna give you about 5 minutes to do so, and we are entering into the second break. because Jackie, we do get attached to many things. Okay, we are attached to food, for example, because we do have preferable foods and we do have foods we cannot eat. Not because we can't digest them, but because we don't like them. Okay, we don't have to detach from the foods we love just to kind of like make a point out there. We can be attached to somebody, and if that person doesn't cross our path, if that person doesn't makes us always happy, then why should you want to detach? It just doesn't make much sense. We may have attachment to our job. It's just something we like doing. When you have an attachment, it means that what you have an attachment to means something to you. Okay, it literally has a value to you. Romantic love is not permanent. No, it isn't. That's true. Chandra, thank you so much for your $5 US. Thank you, Chandra. Yeah, Karen isn't tonight as well. Oh my god. I hope she's okay. Yeah, you here, Angela, you do have an attachment. Do you to the live stream? Do you need to detach just to prove a point if makes you happy? Hmm. Thank you, Angela. That's so sweet. I have an attachment to video games. They mean a lot to me. I have attachment to cigarettes. They mean a lot to me, but not because I like smoking them. They have a tangible relevance to my life. They help me go through a period of my life with the coffee as well. Okay. I have attachment to freedom. For example, I have attachment to being myself. Yeah, there you go. Well, this is some kind of a this is a religion that you're talking about. Because attachment is a root. If you are not attached to anything, then how can you define values if you're not attached to anything? If you don't have, any how can I put it into words? Any drive to something, because that's what attachment is. You attach to something and you have drive to be a part of it or to make it part of your life. So I guess because we do have only one with of Queen TM, I guess that's gonna be. Yeah, Lenormand is on the table, guys. Anyone who wants Lenormand for their super chat, you can just say in the group chat, and you are going to get it instead of a tarot pool. Well, attachment means also both ways. It's like a tether, all right? So probably what you are talking about here, Jackie, it is that if you are attached to something, but that something isn't attached to you, well then yeah, you have to be able to make a detachment, because that the attachment is tether, basically. Okay, it needs to have that giving and taking part from both sides. Otherwise, it's not there is no link in it. Queen. So those are the cards we have for you. The first one is the Eight of Cups, followed by the Eight of Wands. Afterwards, we do have the Three of Pentacles in the final one. That is going to be the Tower card, okay? So it seems that this isn't going to go forever. What I mean, this... unpleasant environment in your marriage is not going to go forever. In fact, the future for you both kind of holds better perspectives than what you are experiencing currently in the marriage. Now, how you can help it? It's I'm gonna sneeze, but I guess not now. So, how you can help it? It's by pretty much laying down your cards. This situation you are in, by the look of these cards, it kind of needs you confronting your husband and having those really fruitful discussions about the future and how you both are seeing the situation that you are in and how you both are seeing each other for the future. And this by the end of the summer is going to provoke rumble in your marriage, and from that rumble your marriage should recover and become functional, let's put it that way. So it should recover and become a functional. Looking for other options available currently without, you know, giving one last, if you will, one last chance to your marriage is gonna be a wrong move, at least according to these cards. That is your reading. So whatever was the situation that put your marriage in a toxic way, you have to look past it. Well, then maybe it's time for you to kind of talk about what is gonna take for a reconciliation, and is he willing to pull it through? You're welcome. Couple of minutes, guys, and afterwards the last 4-star signs are gonna be read for, which are gonna be Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and finally Pisces. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so that concludes the second free reading. There are going to be one more, which is going to come after Pisces. But anyone who supports the channel and the stream through super chat, you guys are going to get your reading at the end of it. That's given. And should you do so, if you do want Lenormand draw rather than a tarot draw, just type with your super chat Lenormand, and I'm going to put you in the list where I'm going to make you a Lenormand reading at the end. Thank you, Angela. So yeah, a couple of minutes and then going to the last 4-star signs. You want a Lenormand draw? All right. Well, you wait until Pisces is done, and once Pisces is done, you can ask a question, and Pisces Moonbeam will decide if which question needs to be picked. All right, Sagittarius, first one for us guys, because I do have a huge stellium in it. That is going to be the 5 of Pentacles, followed by the second one, which stands as Temperance. Moving on next, there is the Death there. And the final card for Sagittarius, that is going to be the King of Cups. So for Sagittarius, this week is going to be kind of imperative that you do start showing up intentions for kind of more, like you showing up the, for example, the situation in your job, it's no longer enough for you. That, you know, the interaction you have, it's no longer enough for you as well. It's just what you are into, it's kind of like you know, no longer fulfilling, so to speak. Whether in your friendship circle, guys, whether into your romantic circle as well, whatever you're finding yourself into, because it's very important that throughout this week you kind of like those things which are in flux around you, they kind of need to, definitely they kind of need to change. And where you are going to finding yourself at throughout the week, it is a situations, continuous situations, which they can no longer grow in the shape and form they are. So what am I talking about here? Well, I'm talking about for example, a job position that can get you so far, and now it's kind of like time for you to start thinking about a bigger position, a bigger job, a bigger place. A friendship that just can get you just so far, and now it's time for you to think about a bigger situation in between you and that person, or no situation in between you and that person whatsoever. That is described here by the death card having into the second position, into the third position, and with the temperance into the second position as well, Sagittarius, because the temperance there stands that sitting into this, how can I put it into words, middle state, where you are taking the functions of a girlfriend or a boyfriend, for example, but you are not exactly girlfriend or a boyfriend. That's not how it should be, okay? Or taking the functions of a supervisor but not being a supervisor on paper. That should not how that shouldn't be how it, that should not be the case, okay? And you have to make an active actions to change that, or in other words, to demand your due, okay? And if you are thinking, well, you know, why I am filling up the functions of this state, but I am not in that state. Well, the problem here, it is into the environment of the Five of Pentacles, okay? And with the Five of Pentacles, that is an environment where you just have to kind of like approach the situation and ask it. It's quite complex to describe it, but all comes from that from the style you are approaching the situation. Or we are approaching the situation, because I am also with, like I said, stellium in Sagittarius. But think it that way, this person keeps you in the friendship zone because you are allowing this to happen. I mean, you are fulfilling the functions of being their girlfriend or their boyfriend without demanding for more, and they're okay with that. Okay, so it's time that you do start demanding for more. It's time that you show that that's not enough anymore. In fact, causes problems in your life because you can't find an actual girlfriend or a boyfriend. Same thing comes when it comes to your career as well. And so what boils down to here at the end of the day is that should you go to the extreme lengths, because that is what it's going to take. Now, fine, enough, it's enough. You either have to go invest it 100% into it, or zero. One of the two. There is no 50, okay? So at the end, you will have your chance, whether with this situation or with entirely new situation, okay? Whether with this job or with entirely new job. But the bottom line here for the week, it is that you have to make a stir if you haven't made it already. And that is literally what the week for Sagittarius is going to be all about. Being compromissive, like, you know, how can I put it into words? You're welcome, Karen. You Russian? Remember who you are. Yeah, exactly. Or Karina. Not Karen, but Karina. I like that name, by the way. I really like that name. But in any case, for Sagittarius, yeah, guys, I mean, it's a week where we just have to make the other side, whether our boss or supervisor or love interest, understand that it cannot go any longer as it is, and something has to change. Either we become more, or we have no part in it whatsoever. Right, so that was for Sagittarius. Now moving next, we do have Capricorn. Sharpen your ears, Pisces Moonbeam. It's your star sign. For Capricorn, the first one, that is going to be the Seven of Swords, followed by the second card of the Ten of Wands. Moving on next, we do have the Nine of Pentacles. And the final card, that is going to be the King of Cups. That King of Cups comes about a lot in these readings, isn't it? It comes a lot into these readings. So we can safely say that the common topic is going to be an offer, because that's what's kind of like binds the King of Pentacles. It's in the most general interpretation. I don't know what cusp reading is. So, for Capricorn, didn't we have the similar reading? Cancer, I believe it was, where those two cards was the same. Because it's, I believe it was King of Cups, yeah. Was it Cancer where we had those couple of cards? Because the messages is like, or at least the foundation, it's kind of the same, unlike however the other star sign that we read about, which I'm going to repeat now with these two cards here for you, Capricorn. It's time to start thinking more of yourself and kind of understanding, let's say, what words the hassle here, because with the ten of wands into the second position, it kind of shows that you are kind of like, let's say, trying way too hard to a point where the tries are kind of becoming a bit idiotic. Okay, I don't know any milder way to say it. That is when you pretty much see that it's not gonna work out, okay, whether in business or whether in friendship or whether in love, but you are still trying it out. You are still trying it out. Well, as with the other star sign, which I believe it was Cancer, but it could have been as well Gemini, I don't remember. It wasn't Leo for sure, or Leo for sure. It was one of these two. But in any case, with that seven of swords being as in an environment, it's in an environment where you have to pretty much look toward yourself and you know, go toward, how can I put it into words? Well, rely to your, I will say it that way, rely to your self-righteousness this time around, okay? And go about what can fulfill your agenda and your goal, okay? I don't know how to, my God, oh my God, this evening the readings are so freaking entangled, man. So freaking entangled. Okay, so let me try let me try to explain it another way. Let's say that's I don't know how to explain it. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Hopefully this is gonna make sense. So we do have the Nine of Pentacles into the third position, okay? So I hope that with this card, I am gonna make sense here. So that what the Nine of Pentacles here shows, it is that this week, you're gonna see into what you can make a leap into development, whether leap into development of a work and job, whether leap into development into love and romance. And because we do have these two cards here, the leap, it's not at the place you are trying to make it work. Okay, it's not there, simply because what you're trying to make work here with the Ten of Wands being into the second position, which is what holds that leap back. Okay, as you're trying way too hard, it's just not, it's not going to work out, at least not for throughout this week. So you have to realize where you can make it work out. Just like with the other star sign. Unlike the other star sign though, for you, Capricorn, the leap is right there. I mean, you just have to look into that direction and make that jump. And in fact, as soon as you do look into that direction and make the jump, the offer is going to come about for you. Here with the King of Cups at the end. So it's very important, self-respect. Self-respect was the word that I was searching for, not self-righteousness. It is self-respect. Okay, you must have to, you must show self-respect, and don't allow a situation, organization, or a person to control you, either consciously or subconsciously. So that was for Capricorn. Now moving next, we do have Aquarius. What you need to understand, Capricorn, is that within this week, you will see your chance to jump into the job, for example, or to establish the project, to manifest the relationship, or to be with the person, right? So it's a big thing. It just may not be what you are trying to make it work, at least at the start of the week. All right, Pisces. No, Pisces. Aquarius. Aquarius. First one, guys, we have the Four of Swords. Followed by the Ten of Wands. Moving on next, we do have the Devil. And the final one for Aquarius, or for us, that is going to be the Six of Swords. Oh, I don't remember the Scorpio reading, to be honest. Elizabeth. What was the Scorpio read? Oh, it was with that King of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the World. was... What was the first card? What was the first of it? Of Pentacles with the World. Oh my god, for the love of God, I just can't remember. Alright, in any case, again, for Aquarius, a Four of Swords with the Ten of Wands. Oh yeah, the Sun. Yeah, the Sun. Yeah, it was the Sun. Well, Elizabeth, if I have to go with this reading, you gotta go with the one that's kind of like, how can I put it into words? The one that feels more natural to be with. So back to Aquarius. Well, it seems Aquarius that this week is going to be for us guys, because I am rising Aquarius. It's going to be quite peaceful week, and as fate would have it, I said that a couple of days ago, but as fate would have it, within the week, within the week, as we are comfortably resting. You're welcome, Elizabeth. As we are comfortably resting in the shade, a dream comes our way. Yeah, it's with the devil being into the third position here, it shows that without us lifting up a finger, and because we do have the Four of Swords as well there in the first position, without us lifting up a finger, the circumstances are gonna set themselves just about right, so we can make our desires and yearnings accomplished, fulfill them, right? And the thing it is that it's not gonna be even hard. In fact, what we can do to worsen the situation is to try to do something about it. It's like being offered to us on a platter, on a plate. Plate. Is there a difference? Yeah, it's on a plate. Once you know those satiations, if that's even a word. So it's kind of like we are hungry for something, whether money, whether love, whatever it is, you know, and the way to satiate those hungers is going to be offered to us. And at the end, we should just only make the step forward, right? So here I am, I'm yours, and you just have to say, okay, I'm taking you. Here is your job, it's yours. And the only thing you gotta say is, I am taking it. So it will involve a little bit of an effort from our part to give our approval, so to speak. But at the end of the day, it seems that things are going to work out very, very well for us. So where the whole thing is boils down to, by the look of these cards. Well, at the end, for better or for worse, like I said, they all say the same. Oh my God. So what boils down to it is that it's something very awkward and weird. You know, guys, when you want something so much that eventually it happens, and when it happens, you shit your pants out because it happened. Well, that's the situation we are getting. Okay, you just don't know what to do with it. You just don't know how to act on it, how to react, what action to take, and so on and so forth. Well, that's how it manifests here. And so think it that way. You have a man that you desire so much, and this week, this man, it's now available, and they are throwing themselves at you, and you are saying, oh my god, this is actually happening, shitting your pants out, because it's happening. You don't know what to do. You never, not never, but kind of like it was unfathomable for you to think that it's going to happen that soon, right? Well, it is. It's there. I mean, do you have the courage to take it? Because that's what boils down to, courage. It's there. Now you have to show the courage to reach out and, you know, make it part of your life, if that's what so your desire is. Do not, my appeal to you, Aquarius, and to us, me in this count, don't give, or rather like don't, how can I put it into words, don't burden the situation with way too much conditions. Okay, don't set conditions right away. That is gonna just kill the momentum and the enthusiasm into the situation itself. But pretty much what those cards here are speaking, it is that the shape and form of your enterprise that these circumstances are taking place in, it's pretty much no longer gonna be the same. So you have to either make it bigger or walk away. I mean, the choice is yours. And last but not least, Pisces. First one for Pisces, we have the Five of Wands, followed by the Magician. Moving on next, that is going to be the Four of Pentacles. The last one, that is going to be the Nine of Pentacles. So it's again a difficult read for what we have. But Pisces, basically what those cards here are saying about your week is that you definitely don't know how things are gonna end. So whatever presumptions you do have right now, those presumptions are gonna change tenfold in the into the upcoming week. So if right now you do have the doom and gloom, let's say, about your job, this impression of yours is going to change about 10 times by the end of the week. Whatever you think you are failing into, you may end up being very, very successful into as well. So my point here is that within this week, it is just the energies are so, I can't even say unstable, but more like so random that it can go anyway, or rather like the development of one thing, it's anybody's guess. And thus you can expect from the week that is going to be full of a freaking surprises. There are going to be so many turnarounds that you couldn't even believe it. And that's why we do have the Magician here into the second position, okay? Because the worst you can do is kind of like, yeah, it boils down to setting things in stones, but it more speaks about a confidence in not taking back your word, for example. It's because you may give your word that you are done with something, let's say Tuesday, but then in Wednesday, new circumstances shows up that now it worth being a part of it. So you have to be able to take back your word and become invested one more time into the enterprise, whether romantic, whether business. In fact, you don't know where your wealth is gonna come from. Okay, and we can see that in the last two cards here with the Four of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles, because what you thought is extremely fragile and it's breaking apart, it will, but from it, a terracotta figurine is going to show up. Just, I didn't found a better way to describe it here, but yeah, it is just the shell is cracking and it falls apart, but the interior shows up to be impenetrable, right? And that is gonna happen to be a very solid and strong. So that said, if your marriage is on the rock, don't scratch it out yet. If your business isn't going on very well, don't scratch it out yet, okay? If the person that you are invested into don't calls you for about a couple of days, don't think that they left you behind. I don't know if things with the interaction with your children is on the edge. Don't scratch it out yet. I mean, it's what is going bad. It has a potential for you Pisces into the upcoming week to reverse its course and actually to get the upper hand. Problem is what is going great. That's where the change may be a bit troublesome. But with the Five of Wands, you have all the means to react on that as well. Bottom line here, guys, it is that it is important that in every single aspect in your life, aim to establish security and certainty in its future. This is the week where you should act emotionally the least, which is something very difficult for Pisces, isn't it, Pisces Moonbeam? But that pretty much concludes the 12 star signs, and now the last break is going to take place, and one of you guys is going to get a free reading from that from me into this break. All you got to do is just input a question that you want me to read about with tarot, and Pisces Moonbeam is going to pick one question in about 5 minutes. Other than that, anyone who supports the channel and the stream through super chat, you guys are going to get your readings at the end, which is very, very soon, regardless. And should you wish a Lenormand draw instead of a tarot draw, you just have to type Lenormand with your super chat, and I am going to do the Lenormand draw instead. Lenormand, for those who doesn't know, they show events that are going to happen, nothing you can do about it. I can vouch for that because it happened so many times to me. In fact, they showed something that I can't believe, and I am looking forward to see if it's going to happen or not. I personally am struggling to believe it. We'll see. I am really struggling to believe it, but we will see. But other than that, if you do want such a draw, cards are right here. And of course, anyone who wants a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, which you're going to find in the description down below. And once on my website, at the very front page, you will see a full list of my services and as well their pricing. Good night, Cox. And Camilla, is that how your name is, Camilla? It should be. And Camille. I don't think it's Camille. It should be Camilla. Well, Mattia, that depends how you guys are gonna take it. It may be a thing. Camille. Camille. All right. All right, Elizabeth. Once you make your purchase, I'm going to contact you within 24 hours via email. Make sure that you do check your junk or spam folder if you don't receive the email, because some inboxes, they prefer to throw me there, especially if I'm writing from my business email. Well, you are about to be, Mattia. You are about to be. Camille, all right. All right, it seems that we don't have any questions. Maybe you have one. Well, if no one asks, you can... Well, Jackie, you don't know. I mean, the event they show, it could happen tomorrow, in a couple of weeks, or in an year. You don't know. The only certainty it is that this event is gonna happen. All right, so we do have one question at least. That is going to be Star Lover 22nd. And will the Gemini come back? Star Lover ask. Let's check it out. Oh, no worries, Jackie. Well, Star Lover, we have those 3 cards. Okay. That's certainly not their intentions, unfortunately. And I can tell you why. That is because the way things have going on in between you two is not the way that really makes them certain about the future. Okay, so pretty much the way you act and you know, the way you do things, basically, when you had any kind of relationship, makes them feel very insecure about themselves, and it's definitely something they don't like to see. So literally, this severance, it's a preventive measures for them not being left alone, if you know what I mean. And as well, it doesn't feel to them that being with you, at least according to these cards, being with you is something natural for them, in a sense of that they feel kind of awkward. So I'm sorry that I'm saying it that way, Star Lover, but it doesn't look like that they have intentions to do so. That may change though with the future, but for now at least those cards are showing that. So I don't think that they're coming back, at least in the near future, that is. Oh, Pisces Moonbeam, you always have somebody that gives you question. Right? Do you want a Lenormand reading? You want me to make you a Lenormand draw, Pisces Moonbeam? Do you want to brittle your body hair with that? Huh? You know what? I'm gonna do you a Lenormand draw. Alright. Well, that's too bad. Yes, I am. That's too bad because it is coming. Okay, it is coming. You don't like it? Too bad. Okay, first is going to be Tarot draw, and then I'm gonna move to Lenormand draw. You see, guys? Her body hair now, it's kind of bristled. If I have to guess, she's losing her mind. She's losing, yeah, her mind right now. See, people want to be Lenormand. We gotta go with the flow. Oh, please, yeah. Oh, you think so, Ginger? You think so? Well, let's see. Let's wait and see who is teasing. Wait a second. Do I look like I'm joking? Do I? JT, the upcoming week for you. These are the cards. Pretty huge week for you, JT. It seems that into the upcoming week, it's pretty much is going to be the wraparound. I mean, the waiting is going to be over, and definitely you are going to get what you are generally fighting for, whether in the business environment. You will come to Bulgaria. I want to see that. I want to see that happen. My God. Right, so yeah, like I said, JT, pretty big week because and there we go. I mean, it comes out. So pretty big week for you. Like I said, the ending it's over, and things are gonna manifest. I don't know if it is about love or it is about career. It is about life in general. Jesus Christ, can you stop it? Let me mute you. All right. So with those cards, JT, what you have been waiting for finally kind of like manifests. And even though it may not take on a full shape within the week itself, it will be like it was already decided. Okay. And it pretty much is gonna move toward a direction that you wanted it to manifest, whether into your love life or whether into your career. And even if it doesn't, kind of like becomes in a full shape throughout the week, only thing that you will have to do in order this to happen is just to wait. Okay, nothing else. So it seems like a big week. If there is a job you're chasing, it seems that you are, if not get it into this week, you will get a confirmation that you are going to be the pick. Okay, should there be a person that you are chasing, there is going to be, how can I put it into words, if you don't end up in a relationship this week, there is going to be a sign that is going to happen. You just have to be a little bit more patient for it. So it's a huge week for you coming up, JT, and it's important to kind of like shake it off, okay, and start thinking about what else you can accomplish in your life. But a huge accomplishment week is coming in, and like I said, it's the way it's going to be manifested is going to be exactly the way you want it. You would want it to be. It's in other words, your desires are going to be fulfilled. Shmari, we do have these two cards for you, Shmari. So Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Unfortunately, this week is gonna revolve around a serious arguments and kind of like fights with someone that it is quite close to you. Could be a child if you have, right? It could be a very good friend, or it could be as well a romantic interest. Yeah, Pisces Moonbeam, I'm helping you to overcome your fear, okay? You should thank me at the end of this. So yeah, it's there are going to be back and forth, quite of a serious wrangles with this person, and the reason is going to be is because you can't find a common tongue. It's like for a specific thing, you don't see things in the same way. For example, you may not see your friendship the same way, or you may not see a certain endeavor in between you two in the same way, and that is going to provoke these conflicts into the upcoming week. And unfortunately, there is no winner there. So best you can do it is just ignore their opinion. Okay, ignore the way they handle stuff, ignore the way they think as well, because otherwise the clash could be prolonged and nobody wins out of this clash. Jessica, your card is the High Priestess with the Three of Cups here. Coward. I name you coward. If you leave it, you are a coward. So Jessica, yeah, those two, and These two cards are very close to soulmates. Okay, very, very close to soulmates. Now, because it's not accompanied with the Two of Cups or the Knights of Cups and so on and so forth, the High Priestess, this soulmate interaction, it could start on a friendship level. It is just, you know, what is going to be the main topic for you for the upcoming week for you, Shmadi, it is that you will have a similar Jeez. So you're gonna have a similar view for the future. So the way you see the future is the way they see the future as well. And this is going to make the flow of emotions really, really easy. In other words, you're going to start falling for each other very, very quickly and very rapidly. And that will allow you to become either really, really good friends or even transcend it into being lovers for the future. On a more superficial level, Shmadi, this upcoming week, you will see results of your actions. Okay, so everything you do is going to start producing results, which results are going to be there to stay. It is basically that these results are something that you can rely on probably for the rest of your life as well. So Jessica, your card for the week is Three of Pentacles. Okay, and Jessica, throughout the week you will receive support for whatever you are trying to do. You're trying to develop into your career, you can expect that your supervisor is going to support you. You can expect that your colleagues are going to support you. Your boss is going to support you. And in generally, this is going to be a week where you are going to have a very meaningful cooperations and conversations with the people which are around you. And also these conversations are going to be somewhat critical to you and to your performance, whether in career, whether into your love life as well, which you can learn from and use to fix and correct your approach into one or another thing. Chandra, your card for the week, that is going to be the King of Pentacles. And with this card, Chandra, there is a person out there who would want to have something with you, in a sense of that person has something to give and finds you as a suitable match for what they have to give. Whether they have to give love, whether they have to give friendship, whether they have to give money, okay, they do find you suitable. Now, the thing that you need to know about King of Pentacles is they always have expectations, and it seems that you are completely falling into their expectations, and that is the reason why they are to approach you. Pisces Moonbeam, we do have the Two of Wands for you. And this is a week where you consolidate on your accomplishments. That is a week where, while you are sitting on a good accomplishment, you should not stop there. What is going on? You should not stop there, but aim to grow and develop on these accomplishments, whether into your personal life or whether into your I already drew you a tarot card. So there is no reason for you to leave it. So yeah, whether these accomplishments, or where was I? So yeah, those accomplishments are great, but you should aim to grow on these accomplishments. Okay, shouldn't stop here. So in other words, you are on the right path and on the right track with your deeds and the way you do stuff. All right, that wraps it up with the tarot readings. Now, going for the Lenormand readings. All right, Mattia. You will receive a news from your child. Those are cards. You will receive a news from your child that they were unsuccessful about, let's put it that way, a new beginning. So for example, if they were trying to buy a home, that purchase went unsuccessful, or that deal went unsuccessful. If they were trying to get a job, that job or that attempt went unsuccessful. Thank you, Anna. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna do it after I'm done with the Lenormand, okay? I do apologize about that, Anna. So yeah, Mattia, that's gonna be the case for you. I'm sorry about that, but something, and the thing is that your child is gonna feel betrayed by how things went. So it's gonna be an unpleasant news from them. Next one, Liz. We have money, Liz, that are coming your way, which are going to be a steady income, okay? And those money are going to start pouring in from a woman. So steady income that is coming your way. that is your event. Next one, Jackie. Let's check it out. Jackie, I don't know if you are planning to travel, but it seems that you are about to, and there are going to be significant delays with that travel. Okay, problems that you haven't anticipated, which are going to pollute, and even they could even, how can I put it into words? No, yeah, it stop it. It kind of like kills it. Okay, kill that traveling that you are either planning or you are about to start planning. It's just there will be an incentive for you to travel, and there are going to be so many delays and problems about it. That is going to be your next significant event. Ginger. Oh, you're welcome, Jackie. Yeah, well, for your emotional satisfaction, the trip wasn't worth it. It would have been an underwhelming trip by the look of the cards. So, Ginger, clouds. Well, Ginger, From another hand, it seems that you are about to travel, okay? With these two, in fact, you will have to make a decision. Are you going to travel or not? You don't know about what incentive right now. That is because of the clouds. It is just here. It is the reveal that you can travel somewhere. And this traveling will have a profound impact on your life. Once you travel, your life is not going to be the same from there on moving forward, and that will be the choice that you will have to make. You're welcome, Jackie. And Janio, let's check you. All right, because I don't know if you have children or not, Janio, but those are the cards. And because I don't know if you have children or not, this card could go two ways. It either means that you are going to have severe conflict with the child of yours, or you will have small conflict with your entire family. Okay, one of these two. No, there isn't a time frame, Ginger. That's a disadvantage to Lenormand. There is no time frame to them. But it's your next significant, okay, next significant event in your life. So yeah, Janelle, that's how it stands here with you. And I don't know, I hope that you do get the edge there. I mean, you do get the upper hand into these kind of like conflicts. Anna, let's check on your week. You're welcome, Ginger. This fucking yeah, well, these are a multiple accounts. I am banning them all. It's just Camille, thank you so much for your $5. I assume you do want a Lenormand draw. I'm gonna wait for you to confirm. So, Anna, those are the cards for you. And it seems that this week is gonna put the start for you, Anna, of a major change which is gonna start looming on the horizon. And the change is going to promise to bring about things you want. That is the best way how I can describe it. Okay, Lenormand, it is then. It is the best way. How can I describe it? Well, look at those two cards. Okay, so these two cards are showing that the approaching change brings about things that you will truly gonna be emotionally invested with. So this change may be bringing, you know, the social circle you always wanted to be a part of, or that change may be bringing, you know, the client that you always wanted to work with, or that change may be bringing the person that, you know, you can make a romantic relationship with. But the thing is that as soon as these things or these circumstances are start forming out and you are seeing how things are changing around you, that is going to make you way more content for the future, and it's not going to feel like wandering around anymore. Okay, it's not going to feel like you have to try so many things just to kind of like keep yourself afloat, if that makes sense. And you don't have to struggle to maintain interest in life. You are going to gain quite of a content from this rapidly approaching looming change that it is on the horizon. And definitely this things brings emotional connection and emotional attachment. So this change of circumstances is gonna take place where you are emotionally dried, whether in career or whether in romantic aspect. So Camille, let's get the Lenormand one more time. Unfortunately, that is for you, Camille, it's an event where you are gonna you're going to strive away from your social circle. Okay, that is where you will walk away from the people that you are currently associating yourself with. That could be related very well with work. Okay, so that may speak for that, you know, you are going to be reassigned in another department, or, you know, you are going to be reassigned in another office, and so on and so forth. But definitely those that you are interacting up until this point and you consider your social circle and your friends, you will have to move away from them, and at least for the start feeling kind of isolated into your environment. So don't get attached too much to people that you are especially working with and working for, and don't get yourself being way too accustomed and attached to anyone that it is around you, because what comes around goes around, and, you know, people that we consider friends, tomorrow they may become irrelevant. That is your event here that we do have. And yeah, I do believe it's regarded to your work in one or another way. I don't know how though, but it is. It could happen. It could happen in a certain way that you may kind of become way too busy at work and you don't have too much time to spend with your friends, and that way start alienate you from your friends. Definitely we see with those cards, we can see a pull away from your friendship circle or people that you consider friends. So with that said, guys, this is going to conclude today's live stream. Thank you so much for sticking around, and as well for your generosity. And we're going to see each other in a few days, where I'm going to make my favorite show, What is Your Star Sign Needs to Know As of This Moment, the immediate guidance. And don't forget, guys, that there is a new series coming up on the channel, which is going to be Daily Dose of Tarot. Short videos which are going to talk about the upcoming day. That's they strive and aim to prepare us for the energies that the day is going to present to us. So with that said, thank you so much for sticking around. I love you guys and see you next time. Till then, bye.